think
This
it's
is
3.
really only the third session.
Yeah, we had 2 weeks that we didn't play. It's fine. 3 weeks total, I think. Just not all at once. Yeah. We're moving into part 2. Move into the Humblewood. I'm JP. I'm the GM. Let's introduce players again because it's been a minute. We'll start. Well, the first one on my screen is Patrick, so we'll start with Patrick. Introduce yourself and your character.
This is Pete Tricky from the street, and I'm playing Kertap, the Feypack Warlock Corvo.
Neat. Next, we've got Chandler.
That's me. My name's Chandler. I play Civ, the Gerbean fighter. Little mouse boy.
Little mouse boy. The strongest fighter in all the lands. Next, we have Jazz.
I am Jazz. I am playing Rose, the hedge community cleric.
Yeah. It's all about the community.
Oh,
She's the
she's
cleric.
from a commune.
She's the cleric of the Chaz. Solidarity with the people in the Chaz, I guess. And Jackie.
I am Judy Quellen, and I am playing Gerta, the barbarian.
Moose Barbarian. Cool. So a little recap of where we left off last time. You guys on your way to Alderheart, the capital city of the Humblewood, stopped in the Winnowing Reach. You figured you needed a letter of recommendation to speak with the Bird Council, the ruling, council of the wood, and you just so happened to get a job from the magistrate of Meadowfen, or no, the Winnowing Reach. Meadowfen's where you started at, of the Winnowing Reach. You helped him out a little, including checking out what was going on with a nice old lady who lived in the woods that he was convinced was a demon summoning evil witch. Turns out she was just a nice old lady who brews potions and hangs out with her pet beetle.
She did summon a demon, though.
She did summon a demon. The demon was a dick, and you guys killed it. Yeah. Sometimes you summon a demon. Sometimes it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's fine. Harry Dresden did it before. It's fine. If Dresden did it, it's probably fine.
I'm pretty sure it's always a bad thing.
Say that again?
I'm pretty sure it's always a bad thing.
Nah, sometimes you just get an information. It's fine. It's fine. It's not like she was trafficking in souls or anything. That you know of? No, she wasn't trafficking in any souls. Yeah. After that, with your recommendation in hand, you are moving off through the woods with Eliza, the cat person merchant, who you guys saved along the road and you've been traveling with a little bit, toward Alderheart.
And Gerta's been pulling the wagon, right?
Gerta, have you been pulling the wagon?
Have you been pulling the wagon grip?
Yes.
Okay, yes, she has. Which means you guys are making better time than you would if Eliza was pulling the wagon. Cool.
Because Gerta is strong like moose.
Yes, she's strong like moose.
Very similar to a moose.
Very similar to the thing that she is. Awesome. Cool. So it's, not super early morning, but, early-ish morning that you guys are headed out. Was there any preparations anyone wanted to make before they head off into the woods?
Wait, I think... Wait, is this where I get the feast thing? Yeah! I can make a feast.
Okay.
I'm trying to pull back up. So... I'm going to. Yeah, so I can use my channel divinity, conjure magical face.
Neat.
So I will do that. And I can do up to my wisdom modifier, which is 3. So so everybody else gets a cookie or something.
Or
Probably made
yeah.
like a really good breakfast.
Cool.
Like, yeah.
Ah,
So that'll.
noises.
So basically, you can use it or eat it, and it'll give you healing 2d4 plus 2.
Cool.
And it can remove frightened or poison.
So you all have a pastry of some sort.
Yep. Breakfast croissant.
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 Cool. Now that we've got that out, so sweet. Cool. Oh, it also removes the frightened or poisoned condition.
Yeah, that's what I just said.
Yeah, I didn't hear that part. Listen, I'm tired.
Yeah.
If I wasn't fully awake through the game that I played in yesterday until like 3, then I'm definitely not awake now, which will be great for you
Yeah.
guys because I'm running a game. Cool. So Eliza's all bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, looking a little dejected that she didn't get a cookie, but she's fine with it.
No, wait. No, it's 3 cookies. Everyone but me.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
there's
Oh,
three
Eliza.
others
Yeah,
than
you.
sorry,
me and
Eliza.
Eliza,
Yeah.
the cat, but she's fine with it. She's like,
Yeah.
no, it's fine. I've got my own provisions.
I'll give her a
Sure,
cookie.
this
It's just
is
not gonna be a magical one.
Okay. Well, as long as she gets one, she's happy.
She doesn't know.
Exactly. For all she knows, it's magical. Neat. And you start along your way. It is a little bit of a journey in order to get there. So you guys were on the map here. You're going all the way over here. So there's a few towns that you're gonna go through along the way. Let's see. Not as didn't read over everything 3 times like I usually do. Cool. Let's see. So it looks like it's gonna be trying to figure out how far that is. That's what we have measuring tools for. Let's see.
30 feet.
30 feet. That's accurate. As far as you know. How do I do this right? Oh well. Okay. So it's gonna be a couple days of travel. So yeah. Just rolling some things for my own edification. Okay. So as you go along the first day, it basically gets you between Winnowing Reach to Zephyrly. Zephyrly is a pretty small, quiet town. It's actually perched up in the trees a bit. Let's see. Do I have a... it's got its name from having a nice wind that's sort of a nice pleasant wind going through it. You're seeing mostly bird folk in it since it is up in the sky, as well as a smattering of gerbine. They tend to get everywhere. There's at least a couple large families of them that you notice. Just a nice little, not huge town, but decent size. You notice a lot of fair few of the stalls seem to be manned by. It actually looks like bow makers. Seem to be a big export out of here, which all of you from living in the Humblewood would know that Zephyrin bows are very popular. So it's early evening when you get here. There is a small tavern if you want to pay and live there, or stay there for the evening, or you can camp yourselves in the woods.
Well, I have no particular preference.
Yeah. Let's see.
Benedict, did he go?
So that everybody knows the dog did use the bathroom. Or one of the kids, who knows?
Yeah.
One of the kids, yeah.
Yep.
We have to go outside to save on water.
Go to the backyard.
Yep.
Well, I am going to, Kertap rather is going to offer to go in and talk to the innkeep to try to get the party accommodations in the inn.
Okay.
As I do that, I'm going to...
Get interrupted by a dog. There's a dog. The innkeeper has a dog. He doesn't seem to like
bigger
you.
than the innkeeper.
I'm going to try to find a spot off to the side and use my new invocation, Mask of Many Faces, to make myself look like Magistrate King
Okay.
and Walden Crane. Sorry, Magistrate Crane. And I'm going to come bursting through the inn door and say, "This is ridiculous! Absolutely ridiculous! Where's the innkeep? Innkeep!"
Oh, gee, yes. How,
Oui.
Magistrate Crane, you're a bit far from the reach. What seems to be the issue?
Dire matters, my friend. Dire matters. There are strange flame-based creatures attacking the road. I'm on my way to Alderheart. I'm sure my assistant arranged for the rooms I requested.
We've had no word. We haven't had anyone from the reach in a few days.
Are you quite certain?
Yes.
This is...
Oh, I hope nothing happened to whoever they were.
Indeed, I hope not. Certainly you have rooms available, though.
Of course.
And I suppose since my assistant didn't make it, the letter of credit I sent ahead didn't make it as well.
No, we have received nothing of the sort.
Very well, very well. I'll have this remedied upon my return. For now, just put us up in our rooms, please.
I guess make a deception check.
Yay for bullshit. Survey.
I'm just waiting outside. I want no part of.
Yeah, no, he's convinced. He sets you up with his finest rooms.
Perfect. I'll come back out and let the party know we're good to go. I will dismiss my illusion after I do that.
Neato. Oh.
I've procured our finest rooms for you all. You're quite welcome. No, thanks isn't necessary. Gerta, the bags, if you will.
I'm sure there will be no downside to any of this.
Kurt, it's much appreciated that you got us rooms.
Gerta rolls her eyes and huffs and then takes all the bags up front.
I was trying to pick up one of the bags and you didn't see me, so you just picked me up too.
Just going off the side. I love it. Okay.
I will, of course, take the largest, most luxurious room for myself.
Of course. The equivalent of the honeymoon suite. All
Yeah.
to yourself.
Gerta puts the bag in a closet.
Okay. I'll make a note. Neat. Well, since you are indoors, your night goes pretty uneventfully. That is true. Magistratain is indeed a pompous ass. Um, okay. Yeah, so your night here is uneventful since you are indoors as opposed to out of doors, and you're all rested up and ready in the morning. I assume more. I don't know how long the magic pie sticks around, but regardless, you'd be able to make some.
Yeah, just
Lasts up to 8 hours, or until you take or
or
until the
end
end
of
of
a
a
rest.
and will never spoil. I guess it just loses the magic. I don't know, man.
I don't know.
It never spoils, but it disappears.
Well, I'll
It's
make
like
food
mana.
again. Yep. Make sandwiches for everybody for the journey
Okay.
ahead.
Neat. Cool. Okay. So the next day, you are able to head out, and you make your way toward Beaufort. Is the next town. Beaufort is well known. It straddles what's called the West Stream. You all know that its most notable feature is an enormous bridge made from two trees that were magically shaped to form a single enormous bridge to span it. It ramps up on either side to allow both humble folk and bird folk across. Okay, you tip the innkeeper. Okay, cool. So the innkeeper will not be as mad with. Well, he'll probably still be mad that he got. If he finds out it was you, which there shouldn't be a way for him to, but maybe that's something that'll be entertaining for your patron. Okay, let me Okay. Need to pull something up now, because I rolled a thing. So as about halfway through your day, you all spot through the trees something going on. From the looks of it, you see what looks like something burning, or trying to, like in the early stages. Do you wish to investigate?
Yeah, you should probably go take a look.
Different from like a campfire burning versus
Yeah, it doesn't.
like a house burning down.
I mean, it's possible it could be a campfire, but only you can prevent forest fires. So, just saying.
Right.
Okay. Oh, I can't spell. Man. Are you guys just going
We're checking out.
to walk through? Are you gonna?
I can stealth and scout ahead a little bit.
Okay. Well, give me a stealth check, please.
That is a 9.
Ooh. Well.
What is the terrain around us like? Just general.
It's just foresty. You're probably around. No, that's not the right thing. You're probably about halfway through, so you're probably around this area. So there's, obviously there's just greenery on either side. This probably still has other stuff on it that doesn't need to be there. Okay. I don't have particular things for these guys, so we'll just use different tokens for them.
So, as we see Civ try to disappear into the brush, I'm going to summon up another of my warlock powers, Misty Visions, and obscure him with a essentially wall of what look like weak smoke to help kind of aid it to hide.
Okay. Sure. Cause the image to move. Well, we'll say that'll do that. Okay. So what you see as you're stealthing through Civ is you see a trio of little they look like smaller like creatures made of flame. You know these to be magmen. They're lesser elementals of fire. That you know have been showing up a little more often than previously, what with all the fires and such that have been happening lately. And they're just sort of off in a little clump. They seem to be setting fire or trying to set fire to some like foliage and stuff on the side of the road, which could very easily turn into something more. Which wouldn't be great.
Yeah, sounds like I should probably back up and let everybody else know what's going on.
Yeah.
So, do you all want to all try to sneak up on them? Or you just want to kind of tromp on toward them?
I'm always sneaking.
Yeah, so these fire thingies, like, are they usually, do we know them to be like generally hostile or like?
I mean, generally if you leave them alone, they'll leave you alone, but they also start fires, which isn't great.
Yeah.
Yeah, just for public safety, we might want to deal with them.
You might want to talk to them.
Well, they're not known for speaking any language that you might know.
No. Oh, okay.
If you speak Ignan, you can speak with them.
No, I speak hedge and bird.
Okay, you guys can set yourselves up however way you want to on here. And if
Holy shit, those look just like the demons summoned by Susan of the Swamp.
Yep. Recycling things.
You can't control our tokens.
Nope. Let us click our tokens.
Oh. I would have to... Everybody just drag your own tokens, never mind. I forgot that I would have to go in and give them to you, and that's too much work.
Come here.
Okay, you guys would be coming from like this direction. And if you want to sneak up on them, you can roll stealths. If you just want to not...
Yeah, let me find.
I will offer to further attempt to obscure both and so they can move up and get a surprise attack.
Okay. Let's see if I can make about the right size. Draw shape. It's a 15-foot cube. Let's see.
Yes. I can move it.
Yep. Will that be right? Boom. Cubed.
Oh, I got a 20.
Yep. Is anyone else attempting? If you're walking in the cube, I guess you'd get advantage? Sure. We'll say they get advantage.
Where's the stealth there?
And I got a 22.
Yep.
Roll stealth with it.
Solid. Rose, are you gonna roll stealth?
I will try, I guess. Wasn't going to initially. Is it with advantage, right?
Yeah.
13.
Okay.
I am not going to be in the cube. I'm going to kind of hang back and watch as things unfold.
Cool. Let's go ahead and have everyone roll initiative.
Click on your target.
As usual, bring up
Solid.
the rear.
Nope.
And
I will need to add.
Gerta, why are you so slow?
I'm moving.
But you're tall, you have longer legs.
Okay. Descending. Cool. Well, you guys, they haven't noticed you guys yet, so they're just being shitheads and trying to burn some leaves. Kertap, what are you gonna do?
Going to ready in action to Eldritch Blast the first of these magmen that attack any of my party.
Okie dokie.
Otherwise, I'm going to kind of lay low and just not approach.
Seems good. Just gonna hang out there. Okay, that means next I don't know how it turned to 26, but it did.
Seems like a lot.
I don't know what happened. They're just hanging out, doing magman things. They haven't noticed any of you yet. So, Civ. Just going in on them. Do.
I would have advantage on the attack, right?
Yeah, because he doesn't know you're there.
That is a 21.
You definitely hit. Roll damage.
For 9 damage.
Ow. He's not a fan.
Yeah.
So you've dealt 9. How much?
I think that's it. That's all I'm doing.
Okay. Okay, which means it's Rose's turn.
Yeah. I am going to cast Sacred Flame
Okie dokie.
on this one, the one that he's just hit.
Go for it.
Let's see. Oh, you have to make a dex save.
Dex save. Okay.
Yeah, against
A number.
back up.
Well, unless it's 8, I think he
Nope.
fails.
Okay. Yeah, he fails.
Okay.
So it is just D8 radiant damage,
Radiant
despite
damage.
its flame name.
No, because it's magic.
Yep,
It's
flame you hot,
it's
man.
got fire. 2
Oh.
damages. Okay.
Full 2.
This guy's not having a great day. He's not liking it. Which brings us to Gerta. What would Gerta like to do?
There. That's about all I can do.
Okay. Yeah, if you don't want to like dash, or if you don't have like, I don't know, javelins or something to throw.
Javelin. What's the one that Sid is working on?
Sorry, you were kind of muffled.
I threw a javelin at the one Sid is working on.
Okay. So this guy here. That'll definitely hit. So that will kill it. When it dies, Civ, make a dex save.
Oh boy, I'm good at those, in theory.
In theory.
Actually, only kind of.
Yeah.
It's a 21.
So you succeed. So you do not take full damage. So that's something.
Sick.
Okay, take 6 damage
No,
as
excellent.
the magman explodes when it dies.
Wow.
Apparently he didn't like you. Okay. Which brings us back to... Oh, do you want to use your ready to action since we're at the bottom of the...
Yes.
Okay.
So I'll go ahead and Eldritch Blast the next one.
This guy. Okay. That'll get him.
It should just
Unfortunately...
be the 8, not the +6. I don't know why.
you crit.
No, that's why.
Yeah. That's why it's a total of more than they have health. Unfortunately,
he's
Civ,
dead.
make another save.
Yay.
I believe in you.
Another 21.
Okay. Take 2 points of damage.
Civ's just
Alright.
not having a good
Civ
I'm
never
only
has a
almost
good-
half dead. It's fine.
You've
Well,
got
you
a
do have
cookie to eat.
cookies.
Yeah. I got that. I got second wind. I got options. I'm okay.
And it's back to Kertap again.
I'll Eldritch Blast.
The other
Actually, I will, as a bonus action. No, I won't. Never mind. I'll just Eldritch Blast it. Sorry.
Okay. You wouldn't have advantage, so that 13 would miss.
Okay.
Just barely. Bringing us to the Magman. Well, it saw you murder its friend Gerta, so he's coming at ya. Makes weird noises. I'm not sure what he's saying, but it's probably like, "Hey, you killed my buddy. Why would you do that?" No, it wouldn't be an 11. It would be a +4, so 15 hit.
Yeah. That is my armor class.
Okay. So you will take 5 points of fire damage. You are not a flammable object, so you will not burst into flame. It singes your fur. You don't like it. And it's back to Civ.
I think I'm going to go do a stab. I am going to... I'll second wind first, though.
Okay.
For 6 hit points.
Neat.
Then I'll go flank him and stab him.
Oh yeah.
That's a 14.
That'll hit.
For 8 damage.
Nice. You connect into his flamey flesh.
And I think that's it. I'm not going to action surge because I did a second one.
Fair. Rose's torn.
I will toll the dead.
Okay.
I will ring the dinner bell.
Ring in the dinner bell.
And you must succeed on a wisdom save.
Well, you're not great at that. I got a 2.
Awesome. 1d12. 5 points of necrotic damage.
Need a dex save on our friends
Oh.
there.
It's a 14.
That's a success. Gerta barely fails. So you two will... Gerta, you'll take 10, and Civ will take 5.
I have. Just a second.
Danger sense.
Danger sense.
Peter Tingle.
So
That would give you advantage, but you still.
Yeah.
I thought I had something over when I drunk. Oh, Surge of Vigor. You can attack with over half my remaining hit point. I immediately regain D12 plus my Constitution modifier.
Neat.
12d12 plus your constitution modifier.
Yeah. Cool.
So does this.
That's funny. If you had less hit points than full when that hit you, you would gain some hit points after being hit. That's funny.
Yeah. 3 left hit points than my max.
That's funny.
Gerta's anger healed her.
Yes. Cool. Did you guys want to gather evidence that this was here? I guess it would just be like some burnt foliage, so it might not do much. I'll say the Ignans do leave behind like little like stone bits when they die.
Oh, I'm collecting that.
Yeah. Cool.
I'll collect like 1.
Cool. Since they are basically like magma elemental things. Neat.
Oh, it's a stone.
Cool. Oh yeah, I guess Eliza. Eliza was cowering back here, hiding behind her cart until she saw fire, and then she was like looking for a bucket. Not that there's any water nearby, but it's the thought that counts. Neato. Hey, and then you're back on the road. After another little bit of travel, you get to Beaufort. You guys have actually been making pretty good time. So it's not quite. It's a little after midday. So if you wanted to, you could continue further along, or you can stop for the day in Beaufort. It's a little bit smaller of a town than the last one you stopped in. See a lot of wandering traders, it looks like, that are coming through. One that kind of sticks out is there is sort of a something you've never really seen before. He looks like it's a weird scaly fella. He's got a cart with potions, it looks like. I don't have a picture because I didn't think to upload a picture because I wasn't thinking.
How long until Alder Ferry?
Depends on how hard you guys push. What we'll do is if you guys want to make like athletics checks to get there faster, you can do that, or you can just sort of take your time, and then you might have to bed down in the woods for the night.
Because you said we got to Beaufort about early afternoon, right?
Yeah.
But we could make it to Alder Ferry.
Indeed.
Yeah, I wouldn't hate like a short rest at some point, but
Yeah,
Shove
you
Could
it
we-
down your throat.
Could we have short
I
rested?
mean, I could keep.
Sorry, say that again.
Was the trip from, mid-wood there to Beaufort an hour? Could we have short rested?
You could have stopped along the way, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to approach the scaly folk with the potions. Kertap's going to be like, "Greetings, good sir.
Well, hello.
What wares do you sell?"
Well, good to meet you. My name is Spleck, and this is my traveling emporium of wares. What brings you through the fine town of Beaufort?
We are the leading vanguard for Captain Alero, a brave and mighty warrior who just a few miles back slaughtered some vicious magmen attacking the forest.
Oh, that is quite a noble deed you did there.
Well, not us, Captain Alero.
Well, you're the vanguard, so I mean, assumedly you help.
I assure you, Captain Alero needs none of our assistance.
Oh, I see. Well, that is.
He is a mighty warrior.
I believe you. Well,
what kind of wares does he have?
he seems to mostly deal in, not mostly, almost exclusively in potions. So he has all kinds of potions, it seems.
Well, I am certainly interested in potions.
Well, I am the one for you to speak with, and I have the best potions and best prices in all the land. Well, you seem. What kind of a fellow are you? What search you for?
I'm always looking for potions of healing.
Ooh, potions of healing, always a mainstay. I tend to deal a little bit more in the more esoteric kind. Many different. The potion's so pedestrian. You look like a man of finer tastes. Perhaps there is a lady that you wish to woo. For that, I have a fantastic love potion for you. Or perhaps you need to be a little bit taller and wish for a potion of growth. If healing potions.
A potion of growth would be ideal.
Yes, well, for a fine gentleman such as yourself, I believe I could go as low as 75 gold.
I'll tell you what. Since you seem like such an upstanding businessman, let me make this counteroffer. I'll give you 25 gold and these fire elemental pieces that we salvaged from the heart of the magmens. Quite powerful in potion brewing, I assure you. And I'm going to try to use my my Corbin ability with convincing on Arcana checks to really sell him that these have some high value in alchemical properties.
Okay, go for it.
That should do. So I have advantage on all Arcana checks to convince someone I know what I'm talking about that particular realm.
And real quick. No, why didn't you move? I have too many things up here, so it's very difficult for me to move this. Might be easier for me to do this first. There we go. For reference, bloop. Here's our handsome lizard boy.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
I'd buy anything he was selling.
Right? He just wants to sell you his wares. Okay. Well, despite how hard it's going to be for him to try to do this, he is going to try to roll against you. Well, that could be quite useful. Yes, I believe that this could be equitable. Might I know you mentioned some potions of healing previously. Perhaps I could, if you're willing to pay me another 50, I do have a greater healing potion here.
Let me confer with my companions. You seem like an honest salesman, though your collection of potions is extravagant. Let me confer with my companions and see if they wish to partake of your exceptional wares, my good man.
Of course.
Will you be in town for a bit?
Yes, I'm wandering through.
I will catch up to the rest of the party at some point and explain to them that for a mere 50 gold, we can get a greater healing potion if they feel like they need. but it's also going to take cake from Rose as well.
It's gonna what from me?
50 gold and a cake. I need a cake.
Oh, well, I'd be more than happy to provide a cake. And 10 gold, 5 gold.
I have most of the party. I have 35 because I've been kind of the one taking most of the gold.
I just spent all of mine, but I'm not going to tell everyone that. I have 2 gold to contribute.
I mean, I'm kind of holding gold for most of the party, so I've got 35. I could put in maybe 30 just to give us a little bit left over.
I can do 10. I can do 10 gold with a cake. So I have 20 gold. Yeah, 20 total. Yeah, Rose will kick in 10.
So are you going to... So if they both kick in 10 and Sid kicks in 30, then we should be good.
Yep.
And I will bring... Well, and my 2, but he didn't say 52, 50, so let's not be weird about it. I am going to bring him a cake, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I will collect
cake.
the party wealth and this cake. And Rose, if you can tell me what kind of cake I'm taking and what it looks like and how delicious it is, that'd be great.
I guess the only cake I know how to describe right now. Actually, it'll be cheesecake.
Cheese.
With strawberries, like a little floral thing with like strawberries and berries and all that shit.
I like the idea that there's not really an explanation for like where they come from.
They just kind of... She summons up the
when
earth
did you
and just
bake
like
this?
does
We've been
something
with
and
you
like
the whole time.
she's just got a magical cake carrier that just there's always a cake in it because God wills it.
I love it.
My patron who just provides
So
desserts.
Were you guys talking? Because it just like kind of went quiet there.
No.
well, if it's a link, you just paste it into the chat. If it's herpes, you try not to share that with the group.
Heyo.
But you do it anyway.
But you do it
This
anyway.
is how I imagine the cake.
Oh, that's a link.
That is a full link. Let's see. Oh man, that's a handsome cake.
That is a handsome cake. Are those pepperonis on the
I
side?
know, it looks
That's
like
weird.
Pepperoni. That's fun.
Pepperoni cheesecake, the classic dessert.
Listen,
Looks like
sometimes your
chocolate-covered
pizza and your
pepperoni.
cheesecake have a baby.
Sure, it's like fruit leather.
Yeah, it does look like fruit leather of some sort, yes. Cool. So you go back to him with the cake and the money. Oh, how generous.
No, hold on. I don't go back as Kertap. I step away out of sight, whether it's in an alley, and I use my mask of many faces to resemble an extremely tall, powerfully built Strig. I pull out this busted-ass halberd that we took forever ago, and I march proudly up to Spleck.
Okay.
Greetings, my scaly friend. I am Captain Alero. And I'll pause dramatically.
I believe I have heard of you. Your reputation precedes you.
And I, my scaly friend, have heard of you and your generosity. And so I bring to you 52 gold pieces for your greater healing potion, as well as an amazing cake made by a powerful priestess, especially for you.
Why, that is far too kind. I thank you so much. And he pulls out the greater healing potion. You are as great a man as I was told. Perhaps I shall, if you so please, I can throw in a complimentary fortune telling for you and your vanguard. perhaps.
You know who might be interested in that? We travel with a companion of moose-like proportion. If you would read her hooves, I am certain she would be enthralled. And maybe if you have some perfumes or scented oils, she might partake of that as well.
Oh yes, I believe I can arrange something.
I will be happy to send her your way. Good day, sir.
Yes, good day. He doffs his
And I
hat
will
and bows.
certainly go tell Gerta that this scaly lizard person is enamored with her beauty, saw her prancing through town, and couldn't wait to see her in all her glory and wants to tell her fortune.
And he has a name. It's Spleck. He introduced himself and everything. Jeez.
Yeah, well, Gerta doesn't know Spleck.
Fair.
Gerta will know
No,
scaly
Spleck.
lizard man. Gerta, this wonderful gentleman in a moving wagon saw your beauty strolling through town, and his breath was taken. I think lizard people breathe. I think so. His scales were just ruffled. And he would like you to come pay him a visit, enjoy maybe some delicious cake with him, and he wants to tell you your future.
Like it could be promising. So Gerta will put on her sundress
Yes.
and use the makeup that she was provided and go down to speak Black.
Awesome. So off to the side of his little caravan thing here, he's got a like a tent. He's got all set up. When you enter the tent, he has a little setup there, a table, a crystal ball. And he comes in wearing a fortune teller's hood and everything. Lights some incense. Let's see what he says. Ah, I see. A very interesting fate awaits you. It seems the Amaranthian, they will fail to hear your pleas. You should hedge your bets with a holy symbol dedicated to the great snail, or the piping shrew. Yes, one of those would be something you would need. For a very small price, I could provide you with such, as well as these fine-smelling oils. Thanks.
So Gerta's more interested in the fine smelling oils. She's not just always simple. And she wants to know why or anything about her future and whether or not a mate.
Oh, well, let me gaze upon thee into the fates. Was there one from your past?
I do not know.
Perhaps somebody that you do not expect. Perhaps someone you pined after that you maybe did not have the courage.
Like the way he says courage.
Perhaps you can expect them to return into your life.
That could be interesting. Thank you so much.
Of course. Did you... So was that a pass on the holy symbol, or...
Maybe I missed something here.
So we're not with you, so I can't tell you what to do. But
I mean, I guess if you want to roll an insight check, you can.
Okay. why he sent me. I'm not exactly inside now.
Well, you're the one who's there. Well, you had the feeling that maybe this guy's maybe a grifter.
Okay.
She's used to Kertap, so Kertap, whatever the fuck's name is.
So yeah, I'm gonna tell him that I'm not interested in the holy symbol, and I would like to see his smelling oils. And then I'm going to, choose one that smells like roses.
Mm-hmm.
And
Like rose? Weird.
not like rose, like roses.
Because rose smells like cookies.
It's true. Rose does smell like cookies.
And ask him how much he wants for that one.
Yeah, a single gold piece will be all it will take.
For such a small bottle of oil?
Well, it is refined from,
I give you 2 silver.
I guess, persuasion?
Use your womanly wiles.
Let us see. Blarp. I will meet you in the middle for 5.
I will give you 5 silver.
Yeah, he hands over the rose smelling perfume for or oils, whatever, same shit, different pile, for the 5. A pleasure doing business.
I'm gonna go back and do whatever.
You're not going to tell us what your fortune was?
I only paid attention to the part about a mate.
So hurtful.
I'm gonna tell you though that I got a pretty great bottle that smells like roses for the next time I take a bath.
I'm going to lean over and sniff it close.
Like cookies the next time she takes a bath.
Sarah Rose, what did you do during this whole shit?
I've just been in the tavern trying to steal bits of cutlery.
I'm procuring more baked goods.
Just furiously baking.
Yeah.
So much bacon.
You know how hard it is to keep up?
To keep all this shit in my bags.
Awesome. Oh, that's actually.
So are we going to try to push on then to the next town?
Very intelligent.
I feel like
It won't matter.
Why is it that we want to do those things?
Either one is going to be good.
well, I don't know. We'll probably get partway there at least and stay the night, or we could just stay the night here. Just depends on. Here's safer, but.
Kertap really prefers the comfort of a warm bed and 4 walls and breakfast.
Who doesn't?
Make it to Alder Ferry.
Jazz, you keep like the first part of what you say keeps getting cut off. Just so you're aware.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, I heard it this time, but okay. So what was the decision? Sorry.
Sounds
I
like
just
we're
weighed in.
staying the night here.
Okay.
I mean, I basically just like sleep on somebody's coat most of the time, anyway. So it's the
Just
same
find an
difference.
area.
The same difference to me.
You make a friend and pass out on their coat.
Yeah. I just sleep on all of our bags piled up in the corner. It's fine.
Seems good.
So we just got to get a room, I suppose.
Well, let's go find out what a room goes for. This tiny provincial hamlet.
You're not coming through.
Do you
Jazz.
really?
Are you using push to talk, or are you?
No.
Just, I don't know. Maybe move the mic closer to your face. I don't know.
Okay. Is this better?
Yeah.
Can you hear me now? Okay.
Good.
Well, yeah. Well, Kertap, would you mind getting a room then? Since you got us such lovely rooms in the last town that we were in.
Rose manipulate me, right?
Right? Wow. Talk about an alignment shift.
Oh, did we know like that he faked being the magistrate?
You did
I
not.
just assume.
You assume he's doing something messed up.
I just
feel
stay outside and we go in and we have rooms and I don't worry about the details.
like I feel like Rose is just oblivious to that part.
Mm.
Okay, let me. I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to once again step around the corner, enact the power of my Fey patron, and I'm going to come into the inn appearing like a small, rugged gerbine who has a penchant for silverware pinching. And that's how I'm going to enter the inn.
Okay. Now keep in mind, I think your thing says that you can only increase or decrease your height by like an inch.
Yeah, I better check that. Oh yeah. So that'd be way smaller. That's not going to work.
Yeah.
That's too bad. Then I'll just look like a Gallus,
Okay.
and I'll come shuffling like an exceptionally old Gallus, and approach the innkeep. Greetings, dearie. Can you
Yeah.
tell us the price for the room?
Room for one?
I've got some valets carrying my gear outside.
I
Room
see.
for four.
4? Well, 5 silver pieces should be enough.
Well, really, there's a mousy fellow who doesn't need much room. Do you have like a cabinet that's empty? He would prefer that, I think.
I mean, if he
He's not
wants
wrong.
to sleep in a cabinet, I guess I could just let him sleep in a cabinet.
Very well. Here's your 5 silver and an extra silver, just for your generosity.
Oh, sure. Why, thank you.
I'll send my valets in shortly, and I will shuffle back out and down another alley or behind a cart, whatever it is, to dismiss my illusion,
Mm-hmm.
and approach the party and say that I've procured us some rooms, but there have been a recent rash of banditry perpetrated by gerbines, and so the innkeep's a little wary of them, and unfortunately only has a cabinet available for Sib.
It's unfortunate.
How
Well,
big is it? Does it close?
Well, of course it closes. You need your privacy. Who wants to see a naked gerbine?
Oh, this just sounds like an upgrade to me, to be honest.
At least he gets privacy, the rest of us are stuck with you.
Well, I got us 3 rooms.
Oh.
I'll never tell you how I got them, but I procured us rooms. Inward we go.
That's his secret. He walked in and paid for them.
Yeah.
Right, but I got to keep you guys guessing, right? If every
Sure.
time it's a con, then it's never a con. So I got to make sure it's always up in the air what really happened.
Fair. Okay. Cool. Well, you guys have your place for the night. There's still some daylight left. We're Are you just going to hang out around the tavern, or do you want to move along?
I want to explore the town a bit. Once again, in disguise.
Okay.
This time as a Luna. Is it Luna? Luma? What? The pigeon folk.
Yep.
And I want to be an exceptionally busty pigeon folk woman.
I don't know that they really give them breasts, because
I mean,
You just have that kind of chest
it's not that
area.
kind of game.
yeah. I want exceptionally large chest then.
Okay.
Very feathery.
Yep.
I'm just going to wander about town, seeing what I can hear or observe.
Seems good.
Looking for
very,
chicanery.
very nice feathers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it didn't go that far on the furry slider there.
Now I'm looking for it. I hope you're happy.
Nope. I mean, you can look for it all you want. I don't judge. Much. Cool. So it seems most of this town is built to accommodate the fact that trade caravans move through it.
Mm-hmm.
So there's things like a general store. Different traders have set up stalls and the like around here. One of the shops, you have one called The Last Stand. Actually, no, that wouldn't be in this town. That'd be in the next town up. Never mind, I lied. Sorry, reading. Yeah, it's not like one that has a whole lot of folks that seem to live here all the time, but a lot of folks that kind of wander through.
Okay. Anyone or anything of interest?
Nothing super stands out, other than your new friend Spleck.
Okay. I'm going to spend approximately 5 silver, either buying drinks or trinkets around town and spreading the name and glory of Drake Captain Alero.
Of course.
And that's all I'll do then for the review.
Cool. What's everybody else up to?
I'm baking.
Okay.
I'll help bake.
Sweet.
I just kicked some poor soul out of the kitchen and took over the oven.
Just took it over.
I could make my own, but this is much more fun.
Yeah.
Awesome. Seems good. How about Gerta? What's Gerta up to?
Louder because you're far away.
I'm taking a bath.
Having a bath, as per usual. Always washing her hair.
She's very concerned about cleanliness.
Of course.
One day Rose is gonna figure out how to make edibles.
You know what?
We're gonna get into some Breaking Bad shit with Rose
It's
eventually.
gonna be great. I'm the one who bakes.
Yep.
Just realized there was a giant wolf token sitting on the map. And I'm like, what's happening? I must have used that for something. Cool.
Your alchemy skills.
Yes, that's true. Jesse. Rose. Wait, who would be the Jesse of the group? Alchemy, bitch. Fantastic. Cool. Well, it's another uneventful evening. There's, in the evening it does get a little raucous in the tavern since these are a bunch of folks traveling away from home. And so there's plenty of opportunities for Civ to just shove random stuff into his bag. I'm not going to go into a Tolkien-esque description of the cabinet. It probably used to.
You get an essay on my cabinet.
No, I'm not gonna go that far because it's cozy. You have some
Where cabinets go.
Yeah, for you it's cozy. It's a nice, I don't know, oak. They give you some blankets to make a little nest in. Yeah.
It's a cabin, okay?
Yes, napkins. It's a bunch of napkins are what he gets. I mean, they're basically the same thing. Yes. I guess rather large napkins. He is like a couple feet tall.
Yeah.
Cool. Yes. Oh, that's the voice I should have done for him. Oh well. Cool EO. And the third day of travel.
Let's hit the road, bitches.
Oh, 3 feet is generous. I am 2'1", sir.
Perfect.
Is that from tail to nose?
I went with like the shortest. Nah, it's just like height, standing height. So yeah, I'm probably a little longer with the tail.
He's 1'11", but says he's 2'1".
Yeah, it's on my online pro.
Yep, exactly.
On your Tinder.
Listen, we stan our short kings, okay? This is a Vegeta household here.
Kakarot.
Kakarot! Yes. Man. The thing that got the most character development in that show was Vegeta's neck.
Vegeta's neck, yeah, I saw that.
It goes from like pretty small to like, man, that's a neck. Cool. Must be a Saiyan thing. Well, the next morning you make your way out of town.
Making that beast.
Making my way out of town.
Oh gosh.
Wow.
Ladies, please.
Cool. So if you guys really want to push it and try to make it all the way to Alderheart in this last stretch, you can give us a bunch of athletics checks, or you can just take it slow.
So, do we all need to make them, or just Gerta since she's pulling the wagon?
I think what we would do is we'd probably have whoever is the worst at it do it. Because you gotta keep up with the worst.
Who does stuff like that?
I don't know.
Mine's not as bad as you'd think.
Yeah, even with
my athletics is pretty bad.
What's your athletics?
-2.
Oh, shit.
Well, I guess we know who's making it.
At least it's not me. I wouldn't be able to handle the pressure.
Sure, I can do an athletics check.
I believe
Why
in
not?
you.
Can I give him guidance?
That's a 3. Oh, hold on. That's a 5 now.
Solid.
Wow.
Okay. So it looks like
you're
you're
I just
trying.
want to ride on Gerta's shoulders anyway.
Fair.
Yeah.
That is true.
Yeah, you wouldn't even be doing anything.
I just ride on Gerta's shoulders and eat Rose's cookies. That's pretty much my life.
That's funny. Gerta's definitely able to make sure that the cart's going faster.
So she can feel thin getting heavier.
Everyone's jumping on it. That'd be funny. Okay. So you guys are making way. And as you go along, you actually come along what looks to be like a very nice peaceful glade. It's off to like the left of the road. And in that glade you see yes, it does smell very fresh. Somebody plugged it in. You see what appears to be like a giant elk like something you guys like you've seen, elk and deer and stuff before.
No Gerta, not for mating.
Well, it's on all. It's not like anthropomorphized. It's like an actual like very large elk. And around the glade, you see it drinking from a pond, and there just seems to be like a real abundance of plant life here. Like it's very lush. Seems like possibly even like a touched by nature magic kind of place. There's a very nice pond that it's drinking from. It doesn't seem to get spooked off when it sees you all come into sight or anything. And it just, this is something you've never seen before.
Oh, man. Good lord. Do I sense any Fey energy or just nature?
No, it just seems possibly a small touch of it, but it seems for the most part to be just like some type of natural thing. Perhaps it's even touched by one of the Amaranthine. If anyone has religion, you could know maybe what's going on.
Right.
I guess fine. No, I don't know shit.
It's not in your wheelhouse. I guess other folks could give it a go even without whatever, just because you're from the area. Gerta, from your upbringing, you remember hearing stories of Kareth. He's actually the patron spirit of your people, the Serene. This is possibly like a creature touched by him, possibly like a herald of his in the English hard in the Humblewood. But he's known for being of nature, symbol of strength.
So definitely for mating.
I don't think that would work. I mean, like I said, it's more like an actual elk than a Servane.
Hey, don't knock her fetish.
Catherine,
Does he look
insert
horny?
Catherine no, doesn't look like a man. You're really trying to get the furries into our game, Lich. Listen,
No antlers or anything?
any port in a
No,
storm.
I was asking if he had a nice rack.
Heyo, he does indeed have a nice rack.
Wow.
Gerta's gonna die today.
Gonna what?
Gonna make big doughy moose eyes at him.
Okay, that's fine.
Flutter her eyes. I'll druid craft like a crown of flowers around like some flowers into Gerta's rack.
Oh, okay. Seems good.
Animal.
He's none too pleased and just sort of walks away into the wood.
We should probably just move on before this gets awkward.
I'm not role-playing you trying to have sex with a magical elk. You can write that in your journal.
Gerta's really disappointed that he brushed her off and comes back, sort of wiping a tear from her eye, and no one will ever love me.
I love you, Gerta.
Don't make a baby moose.
A hedge moose.
This isn't Star Trek where we have the technology to make it so literally anything can mate with anything, okay? As cool as that would be,
It is D&D though, and I'm pretty sure that is just a
there's
thing.
probably magic that you could do that with.
I mean, we do have half orcs and half elves.
I mean, it's a
Half-dragon.
little different.
Yeah, but we don't know which half the other half is.
Fair. I mean, generally it's human.
Mm-hmm.
It's generally always human when they have half whatever.
Which says a lot about humans, really.
Yep.
Nothing we didn't already know, but
Humans are the horniest. It's fine.
Yep.
I mean, remember all the half dragons that used to be kicking around? Come on.
And the half elementals.
You know, can't dragons make themselves look like you?
Yeah, a
Elementals
dragon
is
can
just
at least like do magic too. Yeah.
Until you have it.
No, I just like to picture it that I mean, we all know Shrek exists, so we know that Donkey had children with the dragon. So,
Yeah,
you
how'd
know.
that work?
Well, you know.
I'm sure you could find some kind of likely visual
Oh yeah, somebody. I mean,
online if you wanted.
if the dragons having sex with cars subreddit is a thing.
There's also the cars having sex.
What's the rule? What's that rule?
Rule 34.
There we go.
Yep.
Jackie learned about it.
Yeah, Jackie just learned about it last week. There's nothing really, and to your question, Patrick, there's not really anything else that you're mostly noticing. Like, it's very serene and calm here. Like, it seems to be maybe sort of a place of sanctuary, a safe place along the road that you can like remember for later.
Okay.
Obviously, there's water, fresh water here, so if anyone wants to drink from it, they can. Fill up your canteens or whatever.
Take out my filter straw.
I think a rabbit hole that I'll never scrub for physical searches.
I'm going to be honest, I didn't understand a word you just said.
I said, just so you and Jazz know, that Rule 34 thing stepped down a rabbit hole last week that I'll never be able to scrub from my physical search history.
That's your own fault. Cool. I assume you guys keep making your way. Neat. About midday, you're gonna reach Alder Ferry. Where is my description of Alder Ferry? Because I have to make things more complicated. So this one, especially being so close to Alderheart, is another one that's known very much for shipping as well as logging. You all know. So it's a bit upriver from Alderheart. It's in the final 20-mile stretch. In the last town, generally along the way from this direction. There's numerous travelers and merchants from all over the wood, walking through the streets here. One of the more notable shops that you notice is a place that's called the Last Something. I had it here just a second ago. The Last Stand? The Last Stand. Scrolling.
Forgot we have our birdhouse.
You do have your birdhouse.
Yeah.
As we get closer to Alder Ferry, I'm going to tell all the party that it's really for the best if from that point forward towards Alderheart, and even in Alder Ferry, they don't mention me by name. Maybe don't, talk about Kertap if they know. I'm happy to go by Dean if they need to call me out. But they should probably avoid mentioning me by name.
Bum, bum, bum.
I never even call you the right name anyway, so we're good.
Fucking truth.
Crappy cat.
Is that crap? How do you?
I mean, I was always adding an extra R in the end part for a little bit there, at least that first session. Neat. Yeah.
Is it?
You didn't hear the first part again.
About what time of day is it?
It's probably around midday.
Okay. And this is Alder Ferry.
Yes,
Okay.
This is Alder Ferry.
Do we need to do anything here, or can we just keep moving on?
You can keep moving on. You could check out the Last Stand. You could not.
I feel like we should move on. We should just keep going here.
Seems good. Okay.
Ernest, no mopey and feeling dejected by the elk.
You're good. So the last leg, and this last leg does seem pretty uneventful. Are you guys talking about anything in particular while you're traveling? Are you?
No, I'm just feeding Gerta cupcakes so she can eat her feelings.
He eats her feelings and then feels horrible about it later.
That's funny. Okay. So just a few hours later, you come upon Alderheart. Abruptly, Eliza sets down her cart, or asks you to set down the cart, and she hops off of it. And the wind winds around an enormous tree. It's so large that the branches block out the sunlight for at least a mile. Well, this is it. We've finally arrived at Alderheart. She gestures up to a network of platforms and bridges that lead to the canopy above. And upon closer inspections of the tree, you see rough steps that have been carved into the trunk. At a distance, they were almost impossible to spot. And the mighty city of Alderheart.
Well, that's much too tall.
It is very tall. So you're gonna not ascend the tree, eh, Kertap?
No, I'm going to stay. Kertap prefers to keep both bird feet on the ground.
Okay, that is an option. Cool. So are you gonna like actually go down into like what's that area called? Like roots area, or are you gonna?
What would I or we know about that area? Or kind of, I mean, I'm assuming that the higher up you go, the more prestigious the area, and the lower vice versa.
That's very much how it is. I have things that I can read. So it's broken up into was it like 7 different like distinct areas really. Zoom. You have the underfall, which are the roots, and really the slums. They're shady or shabby tunnels, in all throughout down in like near the roots of the tree, and some of them inside the actual roots of the tree. It's known for where probably more of the criminal element is easier to find. You have the Bright Hollows, which is the next part up. It's known for a series of holes within the bark that allow natural sunlight to stream in. It's mostly like common homes and the common markets of Alderheart. And the majority of those living there are actually humble folk, who have kind of come, some as refugees, some have always lived there. You have, above that, there's the Trunk Market, which is that it's kind of swelled in the last few years from refugees coming in. It's a big hollow space in the trunk that's a large market, as well as there's a refugee camp, much to the dismay of local merchants. That's kind of become kind of an overcrowded, bustling metropolis type area. Let's see. Next above that, you have the branches, which are sort of middle class homes. It's an area that can be a little bit dangerous for non-bird folk, just because if you fall, are you gonna be falling for a while. Then you have the bows, which is like the aristocratic class, like homes and homes of like ranking officials and the like. Above that's the Canopy Market, or probably not necessarily above, but like right near it, the Canopy Market, which is actually where Eliza has her shop. And where she mentions that you all can stay there, come to the shop with her, and that she'd be more than happy to, put you guys up. She just needs some time to get things in order. If you wanted to, wander about a bit. And then, of course, at the very top is the Council Plaza, which it's right near the Canopy Market. And it's where the Birdfolk Council meets, as well as other, headquarters of the Perch Guard, the courthouse, the jail is way up there. It's all arranged around a great plaza that they have at the top.
Cool. I want to hang out in like the Bright Hollow area. Just kind of visit shops here and there. Maybe pay a visit to Eliza after she gets in and gets settled a bit.
Okay. What's everybody else gonna work on while you do know that you guys are going to, your goal is to speak with the Bird Council. Actually gonna pull up.
What time is it we're getting here again?
It'll probably be getting toward early evening now. The sun's just about to start going down. It's hard to tell from the bottom here, of course, because of the tree. But yeah, you're looking at pretty soon. It'll be getting toward night.
We should probably bother them in the morning then. Huh?
Probably a good plan.
Besides, I need to see what kind of cutlery this place's taverns have.
Exactly.
And then, and then we're just waiting for Eliza to do her thing, and then we can stay with her. Okay.
Cool.
I'll just kind of wander around with Ziv to make sure he doesn't get into any trouble.
Neato. So you and your company emerge, those of you that move up closer, from the winding staircase up the trunk into a canopy filled with the bustle of city life. Buildings are located within the foliage, and the crowded roadways are sculpted from the giant branches. The roadways are connected with rope, wood bridges, and carefully positioned platforms made out of tinder. Birdfolk guards, colloquially known as the Perch Guard, can be seen keeping watch throughout the city. Laborers operate a pulley system that's used to raise carts to the canopy platform. So that's actually probably where Eliza would be headed, is having her cart brought up that way, and then meeting said cart, taking it to her establishment. She says that you might need to find an inn for the night, just because it's getting a little later, and it'll be hard for her to actually keep you in her establishment right now. But if you come by in the morning, she does hand you some gold to pay for an inn up in this area. Or you could, I guess, go to a poorer area if you really wanted to and skim some money that way. Then if she makes mention that, as a way to repay you all for keeping her safe along the road and helping out, she would be more than happy to... Yes, she could use your birdhouse for free. That is true. She'd be more than happy. You guys will, from now on, have a standing discount at her establishment. If there's anything you ever need, she's more than happy to see if she can help you out finding it and give it to you at a little bit of a better price.
Well, we've got no money left.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm happy to just explore.
Seems good. You guys did buy some potions. From a definitely not shady gecko person thing. on the up and up, I tell you. And yes, you do. You guys do have your perch talisman thing that makes your little nest that you guys can make. That we forgot about until now. So you guys would be able to use that if you wanted to use that for somewhere to stay for the night. You just find an area off to the side and fire it up.
Let's do it.
I'm sure it won't be like in Skyrim where you do stuff in town and they're like, "Hey, stop that." Why are you yelling? You're scaring the kids.
Let's do that thing then. Let's erect our birdhouse and inconspicuous area, and then everyone can go about their business.
Seems good. So the one downside here, Gerta, is the birdhouse does not have any type of bath in it. So if you really need a bath, you're going to have to find somewhere to get one.
Alright, 10, but I should be good.
Seems good.
Or you pulled the cart all day.
Are you saying they smell?
Man, I really do love this nest charm now that I remember it exists again. It's the type of magic item that's my favorite.
Yeah.
Just weird utility thing. Though the best magic item that I have ever seen probably just happened in my IKRPG game I play with, where there was a guy that just had a magic stick. It's literally just a stick with the magical property on it, so it can hit incorporeal things.
Perfect.
Yep. It's like POW 2. It's great. So if we ever need to beat up a ghost. Cool. So yeah, you have a good night. I'm sure Rose makes something delicious for dinner. Rose, what did you make for dinner?
Spaghetti and meatballs. They're vegan because we're all animals.
Neat. None of you are the type of animals that eat meat, so vegan meatballs? I don't know, man.
Yeah,
Probably mushrooms and just
like-
pick random weird food from Redwall. That boy did that guy have them use a lot of cream in
man.
places you probably shouldn't use cream.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh right.
Meatball. They're beyond meatballs. Okay.
Yep. Beyond
balls.
Beyond balls. Benoit balls? Wait, that's a different thing. Anyway.
Tomorrow night we're having Rocky Mountain oysters.
Oh man, there was a goat person you guys are gonna meet one day, and they're not gonna be a fan. Sweet. So uneventful evening. You don't. You seem to not draw the ire of the perch guard or anyone. Do you all want to visit your good friend Eliza first, or do you want to? You want to stop by Eliza's first? Okay.
Because she's literally on the way up, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's in the same little area.
Okay.
I have a thing if I can find it. Unless I didn't. I mean, it's not super needed. It's just to kind of show you what. Well, that's annoying. I had that. Oh, there it is. It's just labeled as something weird. So just so you know what it kind of looks like, this is kind of what a lot of the places in the up here, homes-wise and shops-wise, would look like. I like the welcome mat. She's very excited to see you all. Very happy to show off her shop.
We don't see it.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
we
didn't
just
move
have
you.
the
That's why.
Alderheart mat.
I'm special and always forget that I have to move the thing. Who knows how many?
There we go.
Yep,
That welcome mat is cute.
it's adorable.
It's a welcome cat mat.
Yep.
I mean, it's a cat mat, but sure.
It's a combat mat. That means
Yep.
you have to fight.
Ba. Da, 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 da. Okay. So, as I said, she's very happy to see you. Very happy to show off the place. Arrayed around, you see all kinds of items, going from all the regular knickknacks and stuff that you saw her have before, like all the mundane, just like useful things that she would carry previously, to it does seem that she has some various magical items for sale. And she says anytime you come back, she'll buy anything from you for 10% higher than its normal price, and sell it to you for 10% less than its normal price.
Okay.
So, you have a friend in her.
Achievement unlocked.
Yep.
Which is a rare achievement because cats don't really like people.
That's true. Well, this one does. When you're a cat and a person at the same time, you're a little more likely to like people. She also lets you know that she's always looking for good deals. So if you find out anything that you can tip her off about, there might be something in it for you.
Okay.
And she's always looking to expand. Start reading over things. Okay.
So I guess if there's nothing we really need from Eliza, we can just keep going up to...
Head to the Bird Council?
Yeah.
Okay.
I will not be accompanying them to the Bird Council.
Okay. You'll go hang out, find some shady types.
Yeah.
Your favorite. So as you all walk toward the council chambers, you see a huge domed structure rising up through the foliage. The building is cradled into the natural curve of the Alderheart's giant trunk. A large platform has been built around the imposing structure, connecting it to the branch road that leads through the city. It's adorned with brightly colored banners displaying crests of the major settlements of Humblewood. Two guards in resplendent armor stand watch at the entrance, turning away those who do not have permission to enter. There's a throng of people milling about there. Do you just want to try to fight through and present yourself to the guards? Or are you gonna just sort of wait in line? What are you gonna do? How are you gonna go about it?
Whoa, we don't have our loud, charismatic person with us.
Yep.
Put it on you guys to make decisions. Ha ha ha.
How dare you?
Let's see. Yeah, I think we can just approach the guard. I'll slip in underneath everybody. I don't even have to push through. I'll just go between everybody's legs.
That's true.
What about you, Gerta? Are you barreling through the crowd?
I'll roll up into a ball, and Gerta, you can just bowl me in.
You probably don't want to commit any assault on your way in, I'm just saying.
Sometimes you have to commit a little assault.
Or a big assault.
You don't want to end up in prison.
We'll be in jail for assault and pepper.
Yep.
Wow.
Why'd you assault Pepper? What did Pepper ever do to you?
Shake it, or push it real good.
Do. Anyway. before we get DMCA'd.
Baby.
Okay. Well, so you guys gonna go forward, try to get forward and present your paperwork then?
Yeah, I mean, we'll want to be professional and stuff, so.
Sure.
Gerta so hard, she will simply begin to say excuse me and strut through the crowd.
Seems good. People obviously don't seem to want to get bowled over, so they kind of make way.
And I'll just, excuse us, pardon me, excuse me. Oh, I didn't mean to step on your toes, excuse us.
Okay. What seems to be your business here?
Wait, we have paperwork, you said?
Yes, you have a letter of introduction that you received from the magistrate, whose name I just forgot. Walden Crane.
Okay.
Any business if you have not yet registered with the magistrate?
Actually, the magistrate sent us here. We have business that, in Alderheart, we have a letter of introduction, and I'll
I see.
just hand it over.
Okay. He looks over the paperwork. Very well then. We shall get you to the council forthwith.
Thank you, and I'll pat his cheek.
Okay.
Auntie pinch.
Huh?
The auntie pinch, where you pinch his
Yeah, it's kind of like.
Yeah, so he sort of.
I'd say I'll pat his cheek too, but the only one I can reach from down here is very inappropriate.
Yeah, and you still have to jump to get to it.
Yep.
Yep.
So
Cast inflict.
they cast inflict. So they let you in, and they take you to a waiting room. It seems there's still folks ahead of you in line. And after waiting for what feels like an eternity, another guard loudly calls your name and instructs you to enter the chambers. As you pass through the double doors into the council chambers, you see a group of 5 stately birdfolk arranged across elevated seats. Each council member has a tall podium in front of them, rising to just above their waist. A sheaf of paper is ordered neatly upon each podium. A circular aperture in the center of the ceiling allows the sunlight to shine in. A wise-looking bright Gallus raises a talon in greeting and addresses your party. You now stand in the presence of the Birdfolk Council. I am the council's speaker, Bita. Please state your case. I actually should have moved this so you could see this pretty thing.
Birdie. Eventually.
Bloop. This is the outside
That
of
is
the
a
council
pretty
building.
thing.
Well, that's
Okay.
very fancy.
Yep, you're in a very fancy place.
Some pretty neat art.
Now I notice how phallus-like that one tower is. Okay. Professionals. Yeah.
Gerta gets excited.
Sorry?
What?
I said Gerta gets excited.
Cool.
First the elk, now this.
Yep. Do I have a picture of Speaker Bito ready for you guys? Probably not. Nope, I didn't. Anywho, how do you, yeah. Yes, they asked you to state your case.
What's our... It's been so long, I forgot what our case is.
Okay, so I'll bring it back up. Also, here is Speaker beta. Boop. Even though for some reason it's darker and as if it were selected, but whatever.
Well, they look very stern.
So you guys were coming here to inform them of the bandit attacks and how they're coming more and more frequently. And more importantly, of the fact that the Scorched Grove overtook that town that I can't remember the name of now because it was literally just in my head and I forgot.
Yeah.
It was not on this map. Where's my other map?
Is it Ashbarrow?
Ashbarrow, yes. The town of Ashbarrow. Those were the two big things that you came to talk to them about, and that, help is needed. Something needs to be done about these bandits. The banditry is too damn high.
The bandits in Ashborough.
Well, the bandits are in Ashbarrow. Ashbarrow got overtaken by the flames at the
But
Scorched Grove.
okay. Right. Okay. Two separate things. Got it.
That, things aren't good.
Yeah.
Less-
Shit's on fire, yo.
Yep. And you also have, you have evidence of the creatures of flame, the elementals of flame showing up.
Yeah.
You fought, you encountered some ember bats, which tend to cause fires and actually show up more when there are fires and such. So yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so, we're here to seek your aid. Ashborough has been burned and destroyed. On our journey here, we've come across various fire creatures, ember bats, and what was the other one?
The Magman.
The Magman. We do have proof. Civ, you took some, right? Because, yeah. Civ, you had some of the magnitudes, right?
I had one of the little pieces. I did, yeah.
Okay.
Pulled out of my
Yeah.
stack of goodies.
Okay.
You dig through, and actually, as you dig through, you
coin.
find some. You actually find some nicer silverware that you don't remember picking up, but it's in there now.
Sweet. I'll be sure to stab someone with it later.
They're your special ones. It's like when the Blue Raja gets given the really
Yeah.
nice spoons by his mom.
Yeah.
Mystery man.
I was saving these for your wedding, but it looks like that's a long way out.
Yep.
And not only did we have this problem with the fire, and there's also an increase of bandits as well. So
There's lots of grumbling of some harumphs.
yeah. So we've come to seek your aid. Help!
And we of the council are very cognizant of these spreading fires, and it is quite unfortunate. But our primary concern is the dangers that this banditry that has been jeopardizing the essential trading hub of Alderheart. The ranks of the bandits, they swell. Our perch guard are spread too thin to send out any.
Sounds like you could use a few more blades, huh?
Of course, more willing fighters is always useful, especially with this bandit madness. Their new leader, this Brenner Seridan. The ruthless Servine woman. She's a scourge upon all of us. Her hatred for Alderheart is madness-driven. It must be.
No, there's a bandit leader that's a Servine. Those are your people.
Yep.
It's uncommon. Why does she dislike Alderheart?
The same reason any of the bandit coalition does. They believe that for whatever reason we are the source of their woes.
I mean, you're bureaucrats.
Many harumphs go up when you say that. So we do all we can with supporting the refugees, but we must be cautious in these difficult times. The fires keep spreading and sending more refugees here, but if we spread ourselves any thinner, how can we possibly not run out of food and essential resources? The folk of the wood must learn to be more self-sufficient if we are all to survive.
We are self-sufficient.
It is a little bit difficult to be self-sufficient when you're running for your life.
A good point. A very good point. Let us. We of the council must first confer, and we will see if there is a way that we may assist Meadowfen. We must see if we can afford to send aid. We assure you that it will be sent, but it may take time.
How long?
It is hard to say. Sending carts of supplies along the bandit-ridden roads, would be easy pickings. We must first recruit more to the guard, and we will speak again. We will send word for you tomorrow.
But this does not seem acceptable. We did not have any problem traveling to Meadow as a small group with a merchant cart all the way to Alderheart.
Well, that you are well-provisioned adventuring sorts. Sending merely a group of standard folk, they would be eaten alive by these bandits.
We are only 4 who travel with a merchant. And we did not encounter anything that could not be handled on the road. It seems you make excuses.
It is easy to say that if you are not the ones ruling over the whole of the wood and must take the safety of the whole of the wood in order. As we say, we will call upon you in the morning. You are all dismissed.
Last time you bird council are actually out in the wood.
You said you are dismissed. I said good day.
Oh, good day to you, sirs.
They bang on a gavel. Banging on a gavel. And
What?
I want that hammer.
okay, Rocket.
I'm gonna get it eventually.
One day.
And that guy's leg.
In that guy's leg.
It's important.
It's very important. Cool.
I guess we can go back down and find Mr. Tip Tap.
Mr. Tip Tap.
You son of a bitch.
That's
You're not here to hear that.
I do not like these bird folk.
Yeah,
That's racist.
Kertap's a bird folk.
That's true.
I said,
he's one of the
bird
good
folk.
folk.
He's one of the good ones, okay?
Bird folk. Not bird folk altogether. Just bird folk council.
More like bird fucks, am I right?
Heyo.
Really got him there.
Yep.
It is like dad jokes all day.
Okay. Well,
Well, go
the waiting and everything took up a fair bit of your day. So now it's probably mid-afternoon. So probably around 3 or 4, moving into early evening.
Okay.
John, I sent you a message of my plans and for doing all this.
Okay. Cool. Spreading rumors of a sorceress. I like it. I approve. One day, I can't wait till one day, like, have all of this, like, come crashing down on you. It's gonna be the best.
Oh yeah, I mean that's all part of it.
Yep. Or I'll just forget, which is as likely as the
well,
other
it's
thing.
more likely.
Yeah.
He gets
The better part will be when you forget and I start pulling out all these things into this elaborate tapestry, and you're like, son of a bitch.
I'm like, okay. Rocks fall, everybody dies. New campaign. Cool.
And that's how the DM wins every time.
Yep. Accurate. Boop. Cool. Market.
Okay, yeah, I'll go back to find Kertap and...
You will not find him.
You'll try.
Well, I will try to find him. Can I, like, follow the scent of my cookie that he has on him?
I mean, if you had the senses of a dog, you would be.
Yeah, I know, right?
But you do not.
Damn
I
it.
stole that cookie by now.
Did we have a, we didn't really, like, establish a time or a place to meet up, huh?
Nope.
Nope.
Because we're smart.
We're looking.
Well, you might just set up the where you were before, like set up the nest.
Yeah. Just go asking around for Kertap by name.
Do not do that.
Why not? Why not?
There's
There's probably not anyone with a grudge against him somewhere.
Yeah.
anybody seen him who's definitely around here.
Kertap!
Present in the flesh. He's
Definitely
here.
exists.
You know this program who runs a bunch of bullshit scams all the time? Surely you know.
Yeah. Okay. Make a note. Oh yeah. How did you spell Alero's name? L-A-A-L...
A-L-E-R-O?
L-E-R...
Oh,
There's a J in there. I know there's a J in there. Yeah.
The J makes it fancy.
Yeah.
Alerjo. Good old Alerjo.
Captain.
Yep.
Captain's log.
Just making sure to put down a couple notes. I had some already. I'm just good at forgetting. Are you giving a name to this new person that you're spreading rumors about?
Oh my goodness, yes.
I'm sure glad I'm good at spelling the word sorceress. Okay. I will label this section as bullshit people. Who may be real people. It's going to be great when the real Captain Alero shows up.
Right.
And the real Lady Evan Hold. Okay. Nito. So, are you guys just gonna sort of bum around for the evening and then turn in? Or is there anything in particular anyone wants to, like, check out around town?
Not particularly.
Yeah,
Not
no,
with how
I'm
broke
good.
we are.
Yeah. You always start hooking.
It's not that
A
kind of
market
thing.
stand and start selling stuff.
I will eventually try to locate my compatriots. I'm sure they're still in the same level, at least, that we originally were.
Yeah, very likely. I just noticed the Gerbine picking the pocket. Did I pull that one back up for you guys too? Let me pull back up the market. The Gerbine
Yeah, look at him
right
go.
here,
Yep.
picking the guy's pocket. I love it. Also, this adorable little shit
happy.
right here. Oh man. Anyway.
Look how fluffy that one reaching for the
Yeah,
crystals.
the one reaching for the crystals. Look at this! Look at this guy. He's
got
just
a
having a
little
good
cape.
time. Anyway, cool.
At first, I thought Sev was the one pickpocketing someone. So like,
Maybe.
That's probably fair.
I'll give you like a muffin to slap inside a bag.
Indiana Jones style.
Just
and
reverse
just like coin purse
pickpocketing.
out, muffin in.
Yep.
They'll never know the difference.
Oh, this muffin I forgot to eat.
It's like, where'd I get a muffin? Cool. Okay. Well, y'all bed down for the night in your nice nest. Everyone's cuddling up. The polycules reconvened. I mean, adventuring party. What did I say before? What? And in the middle of the night, you are awoken. A citywide alarm sounds, rousing the perch guard to their posts. Following the commotion, if you look out like a window or something, I guess. I don't know if it has windows. It does now. I guess it's just a nest, so you wouldn't really need windows. Anyway, you see a great deal of movement around the northern entrance to the Alderheart. There are shouts of bandits coming from all around. Something about a merchant caravan arriving at the city.
Yeah, I roll over and go back to sleep.
Okay, that's an option.
No. Okay.
Just start looting.
Body, live people.
Seems legit.
I'm going to rouse Gerta and encourage her to plow through the crowd to go investigate. Which, by the way, Jackie had to step away from it. So.
Okay.
So Gerta does the thing.
Seems good. You assuming direct control. Okay. So you decide to check out the scene. It takes you a little while to get toward that platform at the northernmost city gate. There you are faced with a dismal scene. Several wagons are besieged by a massive bandit force. As the characters, I assume you guys like armed yourselves and threw on armor.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
I throw on my apron. Yeah.
Yes. You're always wearing your apron.
A combat apron.
A man who seems to be the captain of the guard, a large raptor gentleman, sees you and says, "You look like capable sorts. Please come assist us with repelling these bandits." Below you do also see a handful of bandit captains barking orders at least a dozen bandits attacking the caravan. You can.
I'm gonna pull Gerta down and whisper into her ear.
Okay. So looking at the number of combatants that are there, you are very easily to see. It is very easy to tell that jumping right into the fray might be exceptionally dangerous since there's so many of them. the Perch Guard infantry are, of course, going right in since they're in numbers. If you wish, you may go and try to stab at folks, or you can shoot arrows or something at them. Whichever you guys decide.
I want to do two things. One, I want to see if there's any bandits slipping through that look like they could threaten common folk or injure anybody, like a smaller side group. If there is, then I want to do the second thing. If there's not, then we'll kind of stand back and and see how the city guard fares.
So something you could notice is you do notice that there's all types of, there's the rope and pulley system for the freight elevators. You could maybe use those to create makeshift cover for folks. You can just sort of act as a rear guard, obviously. If you want to do the making... Sorry, go say that again?
I'm shooting my crossbow at bad guys.
Okay, shooting crossbows at bad guys. Cool. So if you like, this will be a little bit more of a narrative thing. So you're gonna shoot crossbows. So if you want, you can go ahead and make an attack roll with that, and that'll be assisting the guards. You're helping, ish.
When you get advantage if they're engaged.
It's kind of a big melee, so it's kind of. Yeah. You're also trying to not hit the Perch Guard guys.
Fair.
You know that you kind of look like it's possible you could be on their side, so.
Let's see.
Yeah, it's not going to be an actual combat. It's going to be more of a, what things are you guys doing to help out the Perch Guard?
Okay.
If this turned into an actual combat, it would probably take another long time.
Yeah. Well, I would just be helping any wounded that I see that have fallen back.
Yeah, you can make medicine check.
Okay.
So what I want to do is, while she's making her medicine check, is pick any groups of guards who look like they're faring poorly, and cast the Misty Visions invocation from my patron to make it appear like there is just an enormous serving guard standing behind them to try to intimidate and offset any disadvantages they're having.
Sure, yeah. Sort of to rally them. Make an Arcana check is what I'll have you do for that.
Fair enough. Survey says yes.
Yeah, no, that's real good.
Yeah. And I got 16 on my medicine check.
Yes. No, this is good. Okay. So with your guys' efforts to assist, it seems that the brigands are starting to, between you guys and the Perch Guard, are starting to flee with what they've already grabbed. Some, spill armfuls of plundered treasure as they escape. And at this point, when folks start, running away, you see that the Perch Guard are able to go more on the offensive, as well as if Gerta wanted to run in and help them out, she can do so as well. Or you could all run in and help them out. There's just a few bandits left. Left now, or you can just leave them to the Perch Guard.
I'm gonna run in.
I'm helping people the wounded, so I'm staying behind.
Doing a stab.
Okay.
So Gerta was saying that she wants to go charging in to help, wielding her warhammer two-handed, and if need be, she'll fly into a rage. what I'm going to do is, as Gerta does this, I'm going to cover her with an illusion that looks like Captain Alerco wading into combat to help save these beleaguered city guards.
Okay.
And I will move it appropriately as my action every turn, so it matches Gerta fighting.
Cool. So what we'll do, Gerta's going to basically be met by one of the captains of these ne'er-do-wells in single combat.
Good.
Monster.
Gert, do you start rubbing oil all over yourself?
It's
I have
a.
vegetable oil.
It's not the same Vulpin that you clashed with previously, but it is a Vulpin. Pretend this is not the road and that it's up on a tree thing. I guess it's probably closer to the ground that they're grabbing stuff from. But, yeah. So we'll go ahead and roll some initiative. Anyone else that wants to join in can. If you...
Yeah, I kind of want to be like sneaking around nearby.
Sure. You can drag yourself on and we'll do an initiative.
That's a 15 for sneaking.
I'm assuming there would be like other medical folk that.
Yeah.
I could leave people to. Okay.
Since more
Oh,
people are
initiative.
coming. Yeah. Yeah, if you're coming down to help her, you'll want to roll initiative.
Yeah.
Want a couple banditos to also be around.
Wait, that means he gets friends too?
Yep.
This is cheap.
Yeah, well, you know.
Well, when you put in cheat codes.
So many character sheets.
Operation Seawall.
Everybody's very consistent with their 11s here, apparently.
Yep.
Goodness. Yeah.
Bring that high deck helping me out.
Yeah, do it like that. Okay. So, Civ, you're the first.
That way. So I rolled a 15 on stealth.
Okay. Well, they're not looking for you, so they have not noticed you yet. Yeah, sneaking up on this buddy. Yep, you sure get him. And he is donezo. What do you want to bet this is the one that I rolled the initiative for? Yep, of course it is. You son of a bitch. Looks like they're just going on the other guy's initiative, which is the same time they'd be going basically anyway. Cool. I assume that's your turn? And move a bit? Sure. Next we have Rose. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I heard you.
I forgot my name for a second.
Gee,
I
how
was
do
looking
you
over
do
it.
that?
I was looking over a spell, okay? Trying to figure out which one to do. I will cast Bless.
That's not Fireball.
Bless this
I
mess.
know. Yeah, on all three of y'all. So...
Live,
Yeah,
laugh,
that
love in the air
D4.
with her finger.
Yes.
Instead of holy water, it's like cooking oil.
Okay.
Just boiling hot cooking oil.
Yeah, so basically add D4 to your attack roll or saving throws.
Is that on all of us?
Yeah, because I can do it on 3 people.
Which means, I assume that's all?
Yeah, that'll be it.
Gerta time.
Do it again. We were muted.
Oh, so I'm going to drink the potion of growth that Kertap gave me,
Okay.
making me huge.
Let me...
Still covered in the illusion of this enormous straight knight.
Yeah. Let me roll a percentile real quick. Oh boy! I get to do the fun thing.
Ooh.
Cool. So...
I'm going to raid.
Okay. So real quick, you drink your potion. And you think you're about to grow. In fact, you shrink. So you're now about half the size you were before.
It's a growth portion for everyone else.
Yes. The world seems to get bigger around you, which is weird.
Still taller than me.
Yes.
That's okay. It's not so bad.
So let's see. I'm trying to find exactly how the rules work for it. I need to find the enlarge reduce spell. Okay, so what happens is you go from medium size to small size. And until the end of the spell, you gain disadvantage on strength checks and strength saving throws. And you roll a d4 when you roll your damage and deal that much less damage.
Oh gosh.
You learn now why you were able to get your potion for so inexpensive. Is that sometimes it doesn't do what it's supposed to do.
Seems good.
Yep.
It'll be exciting for me to encounter that lizard guy again.
What? He's just a nice guy. Okay. So you rage. Are you gonna go in on Dingus over here and start wailing on him?
Do your normal rage attack and then roll a d4 to take off.
Yeah, just on damage, not to hit or anything.
But add a d4 for your bless.
For it to hit.
Yeah, for to hit.
Yeah.
You didn't have advantage on that, unless you have. Do you have a
Reckless attack.
attack now? Cool. Well, you crit. Roll a d4, because that'll be how much less damage. But you're still hitting them pretty hard. So it'll be 9 points of damage. I need to find character sheets. Oh god. Okay, so they had that many.
Plus 2 for your rage.
Right, plus 2 for my rage. Plus, I moved 20 feet in a straight line.
Uh-huh.
I can use my bonus action of my antlers to charge and deal an extra d6 of piercing damage if the target is large or smaller. It has to make it sinks. Right, if
Yeah, so
larger
they
or smaller, it must make it.
Is that in addition to your normal attack, or can you do that as an attack? Because I thought it was...
It's the bonus action.
Oh, okay. So I think that's a separate attack? Let me look at it real quick. Because you're a pronghorn.
This is only if I don't use the unarmed strike. If I move it, I have to move 20 feet in a straight line to use it as a bonus action. Which I did when I came up on them.
Yeah. And just making sure whether or not you're supposed to roll it as an additional attack, or if it just happens when you do the...
Oh, that's
It's
just
a-
gonna be
You
strength
can spend
save.
your bonus action to charge them, dealing... yeah, I guess it just does it. So roll another d6 of damage.
So yeah.
So 1. Perfect.
So that means
And he has to roll a strength save of 14 or be pushed in. Okay.
so you deal a total of 10 damage with the minus. And then I will roll their strength save if I can find their character sheet. They succeed. But they're looking a little less than happy. Oh, because you also have the +2 for raging. Well, that's not factored in, so how am I supposed to know, damn it? Okay. Next, then, is Kertap.
How beaten up does this fox folk look?
Pretty beaten up. They don't look like they're, necessarily about to keel over, but that you put a very large chunk into them.
Okay, so I'm going to maintain concentration on the illusion of Captain Alero and just do a normal Eldritch Blast on them.
Okay.
Oh my god.
So a 17 to hit. Well, you definitely hit.
Point of damage.
For 1 point.
I know that feel.
Wow.
Give me some malignant flashbacks.
On a D10.
Yep. No, that was me a lot. Cool. That means we will be to the baddies. Okay. So the Mon Capitan is going to go in on ya. The captain has multi-attack, so they're gonna go at you with their short sword. Well, I guess they crit with the first one. So that will be 7 points of damage halved to 4. And their second attack will hit you for 3 halved to 2.
Gerta, no. So much damage.
Yep, so much damage. Those mighty D6 +2 piercing damage hits. And then this may patch. Doesn't like you beating up on its boss. I'm gonna walk to here. Give you a poke. Making sure if they have anything weird. Nope. Nope. Rah! They will miss. And that is them. So we move on to Civ again. You hit. Oof. Big hits. The captain does not like that. You guys keep rolling like just high enough that it can't use its reaction to get +2 to its AC and like parry your attack. It's pretty great.
I'm gonna action surge and stab it again.
Okay.
That's a 16.
Well, that is just high enough that you would. Okay, roll damage.
For another 11.
Okay, solid. You just right through the chest. Bah!
Moida.
Here's what we'll do. Let's put an X on him. Stop. Don't want that. Dead. Dead.
Perfect.
Roos.
Well, actually, I had an extra D4 to hit anyway.
That's true.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to...
This lonely patch.
Yeah. I'm gonna give him the good old Sacred Flame.
Okay. Flameo Hot Man.
Yeah.
It's Dex or Wisdom?
Dex.
Does a 9 make it?
No!
Do your worst.
Yeah. 3.
I said your worst, not your next to worst. Any bonus actions?
Sure, I'll use a healing word on Gerta.
Okay. That's what,
That
D4
is-
plus something?
Plus my spellcasting ability modifier, which is
Whatever your wisdom is.
a number. What is my wisdom? How wise am I?
I don't know. How wizened?
3.
D4
D4
plus- 2.
a whole 5 points of undamage.
Undamage.
Practically all the way back to full health.
Yep.
Yeah, and then you can have a pick.
Gerta time.
I'm gonna move down here and I'm gonna hammer him.
Get hammered. It's hammer time.
Duh.
Well, oh yeah, reckless attack, right? So yes, that will definitely hit. And
7
that-
plus 2, and then I have to roll a d4 for.
on the damage, yeah. So that'll. So you also get an additional +2, so it's a 9 down to a 6. That's just enough to get him squished. And with that, those seem to be the last of the bandits. The rest of them skied at
Sort
it.
of takes off into the trees.
Well, into the crowd.
Yeah, or into the crowd, I guess.
And
Okay.
when she does, I will wait till the most opportune moment to dispel the illusion of Captain Alero, which should be really easy since she's half the size she was.
That's true. Which means Captain Alero was also half that. Well, I guess the illusion didn't shrink.
No,
only
maybe
she
even
did.
better.
How long does that potion last?
1 minute.
Oh, okay.
Unless potions are supposed to last longer than the spell. Which I don't think it does. Yeah, because just the effects of the spell. Yes. Cool. The guards thank you for your assistance. They're very glad that you came and helped. The captain of the guard, let's see, climbs up onto a thing of crates and starts giving sort of a little bit of an impromptu speech. This cannot be allowed to continue. The captain shouts, swinging up on a nearby branch to make herself visible to the crowd. These bandits strike at our home, at our livelihood, and at our dignity as citizens of the wood. Well, I say no more. The time has come for us to stop this menace, once and for all. Who's with me? And they're sort of gathering, and she looks very pointedly at all of you, since you were helpful in all this. And is basically, calling for everyone who will to come forth and stamp out these bandits.
I just make cookies. I don't know what she's talking about.
Okay.
I'll step up, flourishing my little tiny mouse rapier,
Neat.
my little needle.
Kertap's remaining unseen, it seems.
Me. I will help.
Yep.
I'll waddle up.
Waddle up.
Still stirring some dough
Still
in a
stirring
bowl.
something. That's great.
You don't know what it is. It's my 9th level spell.
To hear what they have as a plan first.
Sorry, what was that?
To hear what the plan is first before she commits.
Well, obviously the plan is to go forth into the nearby camp and put it to an end.
I mean, that's kind of what we wanted the council to back, so that works.
This is less of a, like, thing they've been planning on doing and more of a spur of the moment, they came into our house type of thing.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm going to read this part that I forgot to read real quick just because it's cool. And I skipped over it because I'm tired, don't bother me. So spears, arrows, and even rocks thrown from slings rain down upon the bandit horde. Laden with the spoils of their raid, the bandits struggle to fight and begin to retreat. A victorious cry goes up along the wall, but the captain of the perch guard gazes down at the raised and ramshackled caravan with a look of steely determination. We have wounded down there. Someone send for healers. Yeah. Anyway, that happened before the cool speech. Yes. Well, whether you guys join up or not, they're going. And that's probably where we'll stop for the night, and then we'll begin again next week with you all heading down to go after the bandits. Unless you guys decide you don't wanna.
I'm done.
Yes.
I'm gonna go settle down somewhere.
Yeah, just retire.
Guys, as we wrap up, just something to consider, or that Jay and I wanted to put out there. We can definitely play next week, but we're going to have to start moving for us to every other week to play. I know it's huge pain, but
no, it's no big deal.
Yeah, I think that's good for me too. So I'm down.
It just gets too hard otherwise, and then we start running into other things. I would prefer if we do it on the opposite week that our campaign's running.
So we could do. So basically, what we'd be able to do.
Now.
We'll figure it out. It's fine.
Okay.
We can, after I stop the recording, we can go over it. Let everybody know our schedules. Cool. Sweet. So that's where we'll let off then. How'd everybody enjoy the session?
Enjoyed it.
That's good. This is about
no rocks fell. We didn't all die, so
exactly.
That's always.
Yep.
You're gonna get to fight some banditos. I get to do prep. I mean, I'm actually pretty prepped for this next bit, which is why I was like, I can do this without rereading 8 times because I already have everything ready, which seemed to be mostly the case. But yeah, how'd you guys like the different encounters along the way?
Yeah.
I was willing to see where Jackie was gonna go with that elk.
Yeah, no. It was an actual elk, the animal, not a Servine. The God touched or not. Like, it's not Zeus.
But it could have been. There's only one way to find out.
I mean, I guess technically it could have been.
Yeah.
You either get, a weird demigod baby, or you just,
had an evening to
still bestiality.
Alright, I'm gonna hop off. I think dinner's about done, so I will.
Cool. Awesome. Well, I will stop the recording here. Thanks everybody who watched now or on that other platform, YouTube. There we go. See you next week and stuff. Bye.